Discrimination and racism are rampant in Long Island schools, with an estimated 7 out of every 10 middle school students reporting that bullying is an unpleasant part of daily life. Words are the primary weapon of meanness. The majority of youngsters who witness it do nothing because they don't think it's their business to intervene. The Holocaust Memorial and Tolerance Center of Nassau County is changing that through its unique tolerance workshops. Students learn the horrific story of prejudice and hatred that led to the slaughter of more than 11 million innocent people to remind them what intolerance can do.
Usually in every city, they make all the Jews come down into the square, like I mentioned before in our town. They load them up into cattle cars. They're all killed. Then the bodies are put into these ovens and they are burned.
I was positive that the murderers caught up with me. No use running. I just collapsed into the snow, buried myself, and again I urged God for a miracle.
They learn that being a bystander can lead to a much bigger problem.
And isn't it easier to go along with the group? Yeah, we'll laugh, they're not picking on me. Yeah. At the expense of someone else. And this is where things like a Holocaust really start.
Sometimes I would make fun of kids, but I would think as it as a joke, not as like being a mean person. But it really does matter because it really does hurt them instead, and then you could lead to something really big like the Holocaust or genocides that are happening now.
Approximately 50 workshops are given annually, and more than 3,000 students have participated in the past 12 months. Youngsters role play, putting themselves in the shoes of the victim, bully, bystander, and rescuer to see how it feels.
We stand up for kids who don't wear cool clothes. And in addition to that, I think that you shouldn't feel left out or unequal just because you're different.
I stand up for kids who are not good athletes because those kids could be special in a different way.
We teach them that when they see an act of intolerance, whether it's racial, anti-Semitic, bullying, or isolating a child, not to be a bystander, but rather to really get involved, take action, and become an upstander, become a rescuer, help that other child who is in difficulty.
Well, I was part of like a group, like a couple of friends, and it changed because I didn't want to, I noticed that when I was with them, how I'd be, and they're not really right to be around because what they do to people, what they say to people.
In middle school up to 10th grade, I was in a group of just kids that was trying to be the leader of the group and try to act uncool and mean and not really a bully, but just say mean things to kids that I didn't even know.
The workshops have had a profound impact on many students. Amaka Okobi, a senior at Freeport High School, is on a mission to increase tolerance among her peers.
If we could all come together and sort of find some common ground by the fact that we're Freeport High School students, or maybe we have two parents, or maybe one parent's divorced, or maybe something along those simple lines, we could find some things that are similar about one another.
I think more people are they're afraid to interact with people just because of what people might think about them, what their cliques might consider them as if they try to expand and meet new people.
My parents raised me being from Nigeria. They came from humble roots, and they fought a civil war, and they saw the devastation that lack of tolerance brought to their country, and that's why they emigrated to America, to sort of give hope to us.
We just recently went to the tolerance workshop, and kids were recognizing in themselves some of the racist remarks that they make and some of the sexist remarks they make, and they were recognizing, we were having a discussion about some people volunteered themselves that they felt that they were racist.
I think our students have become more sensitive to each other, more tolerant, more understanding, more willing to use their ability to use words to navigate their way through experiences and issues.
Given its success with schools, the center is planning adult programs for law enforcement and the workplace. As the audiences are growing, the center continues its fight against intolerance.
And it's very, very important that the Holocaust Center is there for the kids, because it's a way that they can get a message to break the cycle of hate.